Greetings and welcome back to this space. If you are here after watching the welcome video, I want to thank you for choosing to sit with me again, slowly and intentionally. So today I wanted to speak about something that often gets separated in spiritual conversations, which is the womb and the crown. Now usually we're taught to work with one or the other. We talk about grounding or we talk about higher awareness. We talk about the body or we talk about the mind. But in my lived experience, the womb and the crown are not separate. They are in constant conversation with one another. This isn't going to be a technical teaching. It's not about chakras, techniques, or fixing anything. This is about relationship. And what I've noticed through my own body, my own life, and my own remembrance. When I speak about the womb, I'm not only speaking about reproduction. I'm speaking about a center of memory, a place where experiences are held, where creativity, discernment, and emotional truth are often lived before words. And when I speak about the crown, I'm not speaking about above the body. I'm speaking about perception, about how we understand life, about clarity, confusion, meaning, and how we make sense of what we're living through. These are not abstract ideas. I'm reading from a script. I had written down my notes, right? So if you see me glancing down, it's because I'm reading my notes, right? So these are not abstract ideas. They show up very practically. They show up as mental fog, as fatigue that doesn't go away with sleep, as intuition that feels distant, as overthinking, as disconnecting from the body. And for a long time, many of us are taught to treat these experiences as separate problems. In my own life, I have noticed something important. Whenever my body felt overwhelmed, when I was carrying too much emotionally, energetically, or even mentally, my mind will try to compensate. I would think more, analyze more, search for clarity outside of myself. And the more disconnected I became from my body, the louder my mind became. It wasn't until I began tending to my body, listening instead of pushing, that my mind softened. Not because I was trying to clear anything, but because something was finally being acknowledged. That's when I began to understand my womb and my crown as speaking to each other. It wasn't about listening to both. So that is kind of like where the statement as above, so below comes in, because in spirituality, what I have begun to realize is that all the spiritual jargon and all those terms that are being used are confusing a lot of people spiritually along their journey. So my intention really is to bring this everyday spirituality to a simple point for people to understand that they have already been spiritual for as long as they have known, but they just wasn't aware that they are being spiritual, right? So when the womb is overloaded, the crown works overtime. We try to figure out what the body is holding. We try to think our way into peace. And when the crown is overstimulated, when there's too much information, too much seeking, too much pressure to understand, the body often goes quiet. Not because it has nothing to say, but because it hasn't been given space. Balance doesn't come from fixing either center. It comes from listening to the relationship between them, from allowing the body to inform the mind and the mind to gently interpret, not dominate the body. And this is where embodiment begins, not as a practice, but as a relationship. So I want to gently invite you to reflection, not homework, not work to do, just noticing. Where do you tend to live most of the time, in your head or in your body. And what changes when you consider that your womb and your crown may already be communicating without force and without effort. You don't need to change anything right now. Just notice. This channel is a space for remembering, not rushing. Too long we have already been in that chaotic mode, rushing and always never taking time to slow down, to just be present. So this piece is for you to be present and embodied, hence the name Embodied by Ebony. So we'll continue unfolding these conversations slowly, grounded in lived experience, not performance or pressure. In the next video, I'll speak more about embodiment itself, which is what it actually feels like in daily life beyond the language we often hear. Again, because of the new age spirituality, a lot of the terms are misleading people to thinking that these things are outside of themselves, but it is really embodied, lived experiences that you just need to be aware of. And then you will be like, what? You never even knew that you were already that spiritual, right? So this space and this stone is a way of exploring yourself. And if it resonates with you, you're welcome to stay. So I want to thank you for sitting with me in this space and receiving this message. So you can like, comment, subscribe. You could share the video, and I hope that you take time today to listen to your heart, your body, your mind, and see what it says to you. This is Embodied by Ebony. I am Ebony, and thank you for tuning in. See you in the next one, guys. Bye.